2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. It's the Los Angeles Clippers taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And the Clippers starting five. We've got Jordan. Chris Paul is out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Matt Barnes. And it's Griffin in at the power forward position. Now here's Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Ball's knocked loose. Paul with the steal. Griffin looking it over. There's the pass to Redick. Back to Griffin. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Jordan dishes to Paul. Just 4 to shoot. It's deflected. Scott against Redick on the wing. Johnson. Back to Scott. Paul against Johnson. They double team Johnson. He feeds it to Green. That one goes in. Green's got the first points up on the board here for the Lakers.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you.
Jordan kicks to Paul. Lets a floater go. Yep, that one goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Johnson. Great D that time from Griffin. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, I talked to the Lakers head coach. I asked him how they're going to respond after giving away home court advantage in Game 1. The coach said, hey, that was the last game. That's in the past. We're focused on the present and simply executing to the best of our abilities tonight. But he did admit, Kevin, that another loss here would paint a very grim picture going forward. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And the first one at the line is good.
He's a proven winner. I mean, it's easy to appreciate the skill set of Paul, a masterful shooter and a clever defender.
He doesn't get the second one. Worthy against Redick. Out of hand on it. Paul left side. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Paul's got 5.
Oh, so composed and confident. I mean, Paul isn't the biggest guy. That doesn't stop him from getting it done inside. Johnson,
the pass to Scott. Worthy with it. Covered by Redick. Now, here's Scott. Johnson outside. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Scott against Redick. He kicks to Paul. Outside Griffin. Pass to Jordan. Redick for 3. He can't hit that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Here's Paul. After the basket by Los Angeles. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Johnson. Magic knocks it down. He shot 52% from the field in his years with the Lakers.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Pass to Redick. Fires the three. Green with the rebound. The Lakers in the lead. Outside Worthy. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
One of the most feared, versatile scorers at that forward position. Big game James always seems to make the most out of any situation. Shoot two.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Worthy. Clippers trail by 3. Passes it to Barnes. Ball against Johnson. Griffin kicks to Barnes. Clock at 6. Poked away. Redick way outside. And again, no good by the Clippers. On the wing, Johnson, defended by Paul. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That'll be his second foul of the game.
In 2000, we're not even out of the first quarter. That's not a good pace to set.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Blake Griffin. Here's Scott. Green taking his time here. 6 on the shot clock. Worthy against Barnes. And Byron Scott with the 3. Scott's got 5 points so far.
And with how Scott's built, he generates a lot of power into his shot. That's why it looks so easy from deep.
Now here's Paul. 5 points in the game. And that one, good. Johnson with it. Outside, Scott fires the 3. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against them. That's just great work inside.
Lobs it up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Listen, you can count on Paul to find the open man. His court awareness, simply off the charts.
James Worthy on the wing. To the middle. Jordan against Abdul-Jabbar. That shot misses. Jordan with some nice D. And it's Paul with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2. That one good for 2.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Johnson surveying the floor. The pass to Worthy. The Clippers grab the miss.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Love how determined Paul is inside. He's skilled at figuring out ways to pick up contact.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. That free throw, no good. And this is check in for Los Angeles. Cooper comes in for Byron Scott. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Crawford's checked in. falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
The Lakers trail. Cooper the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Rambis. Pass to Cooper. Takes the three. Buries it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Paul dishes to Barnes. Three-pointer. The Clippers rebound. And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Cooper. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. The baseline jam. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Worthy. Cooper against Jordan. Cooper the pass to Johnson. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got his sixth rebound on the night.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
And how about the vertical of Jordan? Easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
They get a hand on it. Johnson inside, guarded by Crawford. He gets it in there. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Jordan. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. Johnson goes in, and he makes that one.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up with all 5 positions.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And some changes here for the Lakers. Thompson, he's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. And it's Thompson in for James Worthy. Danny Granger is checked in for Los Angeles. Collison comes in for Paul.
Find the lane. Find the lane. No shot.
The foul shot good by Magic. 85% from the line in his career. Clippers trail by 3. Crawford looking over the floor. Outside Collison. Johnson with the block. And he's able to get it back.
And really, Collison consistently keeps the D guessing. He's really mastered the art of drawing contact while he's shooting.
First trip to the line for him here. free throw good from Collison.
And the 6', 175-pound Collison is a vital part of this team. A speedy point guard who can get hot in a hurry.
And the Lakers making a change here. Simmons is checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
And the Lakers call time here. On defense, the Clippers. They trail by 1. Thompson passes to Cooper. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
On the wing, Thompson. Granger covering, and Thompson kicks to Thompson. 6 to shoot. Here's Cooper. Rebound by the Clippers. Jordan's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Lobs it up for Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Collison against Cooper. Passes it to Thompson. Here's Cooper. Inside. Here's Simmons. And the layup's good off the glass.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And so Crawford will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And there's the pass to Collison. Kicks to Granger. Outside Jordan. Pass to Crawford. Over Simmons. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Crawford outside. Granger outside. Outside Jordan. Wants to get it to Collison and does. Over Simmons. And there's Darren Collison on the assist by Jordan.
The mid-range area of the floor is so important, and Collison knows how to shoot from there.
1:10 left to play here in the first. Thompson against Granger. From 11 feet away, and he gets the bucket. And the Lakers lead by 1.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Unloads from 13, and he hits the jump shot. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Cooper against Collison. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Thompson. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Collison dishes to Jordan. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now Crawford. From deep. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back right after this. And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
You're exactly right, GA. I mean, they've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
The Clippers in the lead. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Lakers. Rakowski is out there with Thompson. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Jonathan Simmons. And it's Cooper in at the point. Now Simmons. Darren Collison missing from long range. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. 3 on 3. It's tipped. Collison against Cooper. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Here's Simmons trying to get open as Thompson. And Simmons slams it in.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers.
The Lakers in the lead. Here's Cooper to the inside. Thompson. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Crawford outside. Launches it. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
Cooper against Collison. Cooper the pass to Thompson. Clock at 6. Lakers working the ball around now. Collison against Cooper. He can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
Collison finds Griffin. Over Cooper. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Griffin.
Well, he continues to flourish from these in-between spots. I mean, Griffin, he knows he can sink it.
Passes it to Thompson. Tries it from 19. Misses off the left iron.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Well, this is what Griffin gives you. Excellent vision, excellent decision-making with the ball in his hands.
Cooper against Collison. Now the pass to Thompson. The 3 from Simmons. Rebounded by Dudley. Thompson against Granger. He kicks it to Crawford. Pass to Griffin. Oh, Griffin in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And this is what Griffin does best. I mean, he's like a ballet basketball player. When he gets in the air, he just hangs there, looks around, spins, gets some popcorn, gives a high five to his teammates, and then throws it in your face.
And you can bet they weren't expecting that kind of a flashy move out of him, but that spin worked to perfection.
And Dudley kicks to Granger. Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Bukowski. Outside, Simmons. Here is Bukowski. Passes to Simmons. No good from outside. Simmons gone, just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. A drive by Collison. There's the feed to Griffin. Thompson with the rebound. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Simmons passes to Cooper. Fades and shoots. Rebound by the Clippers. Griffin's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And the Lakers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And then for the Clippers. Barnes, he's checked in for Dudley. Redick comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Paul subbed in for Darren Collison. Now here's Johnson. 7 points in the game. Count that bucket. Johnson's got 9 points.
Oh, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
And here is Paul. Outside, Redick. Left side, Griffin. No good on the shot. And the Lakers take it the other way. Johnson left side. And Magic Johnson with the slam. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Paul. He's got 8. That one goes. Count it.
Like seeing Paul be aggressive. He still has the quickness to get that done.
Johnson outside. Left side, Scott tries from 16. Ranger with the rebound.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
Ball against Johnson. Redick bounce pass. 7-foot shot. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And finished off by Scott.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Paul, and the layup falls. He's got 12.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Lobbed up there for Green. It's not going to go for him.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Back to Johnson. No good with the layup. The Clippers in the lead. Griffin down low. Worthy defending. Scott against Reddick. Over to the left wing. Abdul-Jabbar gets double teamed. Here's Worthy. Another shot. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And don't let the lean physique fool you. Kareem with the strength to finish through contact as well as anybody who's ever played.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Jordan, he's checked in for the Clippers. And that one misses.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
Here's Worthy. Abdul-Jabbar up top. There's the dish to Johnson. From 10 feet out, and that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 11 rebounds in the game. And Griffin slams it in.
And what an athlete this guy is. Griffin making dunking look so easy.
Johnson outside. It's Scott on the wing. Down low, Worthy. James Worthy stuffs it through.
It's a tight one. Neither team really able to create any separation.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1. Barnes looking around. Back to Jordan. Rambis is checked in for the Lakers. Clippers with the ball. Top the key, Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Paul. Over Johnson. They get it back. And Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got 10.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Now here's Johnson. 11 points in the game. Scott the pass to Johnson. Johnson double teamed and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Lakers with possession here. Worthy the pass to Johnson. Feeds it to Scott. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
He is just always a step ahead of the defense. Magic runs this offense with absolute precision.
Ball finds Barnes. Here's Jordan. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Reddick. Rebounded by the Lakers. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Reddick against Scott. A pass to Rambis. Outside, Scott. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Jordan. No good from Abdul-Jabbar. The Clippers trail. Lobs it up for Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Now here's Johnson. 11 points in the game. And the shot is good. 13 points in the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work. He was hoping to avoid a third foul before the breakout. Now, he might have to sit out until halftime.
Paul against Johnson. And it's Paul missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
59 seconds left in the second quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Reddick. Back to Paul. Barnes, right side. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots. Griffin trying to get open. Paul can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 3. Worthy dishes to Johnson. 23 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Worthy. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Worthy's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Passes it to Griffin. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Wow, look at the coordination, the strength Griffin possesses. Taking the punishment like a champ and still finishing.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. A free throw drops for Griffin.
Oh, you know the University of Oklahoma has produced this share of great players every year. But Blake Griffin has to be the best of the bunch.
And that one drops for him.
He's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
Right back after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Round 1 action of the playoffs continuing on 2K Sports. Glad to have you with us for the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Looking at the Lakers, they've battled hard, not letting their loss in Game 1 affect their performance tonight. But the second half is going to tell the tale of whether they go into Game 3 desperate for a win or with momentum on their side and a 1-1 series tie. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, first and foremost, you got to take care of the basketball, and that means playing with poise, making good decisions, and not giving away any possessions. They did a great job of that in the first half.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the three, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the three ball, way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
NBA playoffs, round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. A fantastic game from Magic Johnson in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. Taking a look at Los Angeles. J.J. Reddick is out there with Paul. Then there's Griffin. Then it's Jordan. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. Johnson with the block. Hit his foot. And it's whistled a kick. Outside, Reddick. Here's Paul. That misses off the backboard.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
Oh, Griffin in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Redick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Now here's Johnson. Johnson draws the double. Here's Worthy. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Lays it up off the glass. And the Lakers lead by 4.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime with a defensive end.
The pass to Scott. Over Redick. Abdul-Jabbar can't get the tip in.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
The drive by Redick. Griffin, no one around him. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
The timing, the execution. I mean, that's outstanding initiative from Griffin on these catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Outside Worthy. And stolen by Barnes. Now the Clippers moving it up. And the wide-open shot from Redick. Triple from the wing. Redick's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
Oh, I mean, the main weapon in Redick's arsenal, he's out here to shoot it from deep, and he does that well.
Worthy, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Worthy's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Worthy's gone 3 for 7 from the floor so far tonight. All up top, he's guarded by Johnson. Paul kicks to Barnes. Griffin passes to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by the Lakers. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. To the middle. Here's Scott. The rejection by Paul.
He's known for his steals, but Paul can mix it up in a block here and there.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 1. Barnes kicks to Paul. The kick out to Barnes. Griffin passes to Redick. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
For Los Angeles, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. One misses. Some changes for the Lakers. Jonathan Simmons comes in for Byron Scott, and it's Cooper in for Magic Johnson. Jared Dudley's checked in for the Clippers. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. The Lakers trail. To the paint. Here's Green, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Paul passes to Barnes. Outside, Redick. Up again, and there's Jordan, putting it right back in. Jordan's got 14.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Pass to Worthy, and stolen by Barnes. Here's Paul. He's guarded by Cooper. Paul against Green. Nobody near Barnes. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Barnes has gone just 1 of 5 from the field. Here's Worthy. Green breaking loose. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 4th rebound in this one. He's looking for Jordan and finds him.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Paul against Worthy. Pass to Cooper. Outside, Simmons. Now Worthy. Passes it to Simmons. 5 on the clock. Cooper against Redick. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Cooper. Cooper against Paul. On the wing, Barnes. Shoots. That one doesn't drop. Worthy with the defensive effort. Cooper against Paul. And the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Over Jordan. And it's blocked by Jordan.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end. And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar. Simmons passes to Cooper. Over Paul. And it's Cooper missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Paul outside. Barnes left side. Shot from 12. Goes back up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
For Los Angeles, they have shot just above 55% the line, going 5 of 9.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Thompson, he's checked in for the Lakers. Thompson comes in for Worthy. The Clippers also making some changes. Danny Granger is checked in for Barnes. Crawford comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Collison in for Chris Paul. Good on the second free throw. Here's Cooper. He's got 7.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
He feeds it to Simmons. Crawford with the steal. Lobs it up for Jordan. Got a piece of it. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And a wide open look for Simmons. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Simmons got 7. And so Crawford will bring it up for Los Angeles. A 2-point game. He dishes it to Collison. Fader on the way. Green with the rebound. They have not led for a while, a chance to do so here.
Well, they'd like to retake the lead on this possession.
Simmons. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Now the Clippers with it. Collison, the pass to Crawford. Back to Collison. Pass to Jordan. He can't get that one. Good D by Thompson. Simmons passes to Green. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And the Clippers have possession. The lead is 2. Now here's Crawford. Pulls it from the elbow. Count it. Good. He has 6.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. I mean, the D is worrying too much about the other 4 guys. I mean, they can't give him open jump.
Here's Thompson. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, yeah. Flexibility is crucial. You have to be able to take what the defense gives you.
Now here's Jordan. He's got 16. Crawford with the ball. 6 to shoot. Outside Collison. Shoots the 3. They get it back. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
The Clippers have not shot all that well from the free throw line, 6 of 11.
Shoot 2.
Free throw good, Jordan. And some changes here for the Lakers. Brakowski, he's checked in for Green, and Rambis subbed in for Thompson. And then for the Clippers, Blake Griffin comes in for Jared Dudley, and it's Barnes in for Danny Granger. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Cooper. He has 7. Timeout called the Lakers. Scotty's checked in for Thompson. Clippers on defense. 4-point game. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin. Here's Cooper. 7 points in the game. Pass to Scott. And here is Simmons, guarded by Jordan. Back to Scott. Just 5 on the clock. That's tipped. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Crawford against Cooper. And Griffin sends it back.
Oh, you want more of this from Griffin. There's no question he has the size and vertical to block shots.
Cooper against Barnes. Now here's Collison. He's covered closely. Here's Jordan. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Jordan's got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles. Passes it to Simmons. And it's in there. Simmons got 9. Simmons gone 4 of 9 in field goal attempts. Crawford passes to Collison. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. Off target at the rim.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 9. Here's Cooper. And too long on the shot.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. I mean, come on. It's not a smart shot.
Crawford's shot is good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Here's Cooper following the score by Jamal Crawford. Uncovered. And it's Cooper missing.
He's gone off the rails this quarter. This is a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
And the shot goes in. Griffin's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
There's the pass to Burkowski. Out left to the wing. Cooper against Crawford. Cooper the pass to Rambis. Clock at 6. Here's Cooper. He's got 7. That shot, no good. Nice D from Crawford.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Lakers trail by 12. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Scott against Crawford. And there's the feed to Simmons. Makes it off the glass. Simmons got 11 points.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Oh, they must ramp up the effort level, the intensity level. They're making it too easy for him out there.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Los Angeles on top, leading by 10. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. We've got Worthy. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Rambis. Then it's Magic Johnson. And it's Scott in at the shooting guard. That's the Laker 5. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Story of their game right here. One sloppy play after another.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. Now Collison. Pass to Griffin. Barnes outside. Back to Griffin. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Now, if you're going to stop Griffin, it has to be a hard foul. He's too powerful. He embraces contact.
Johnson kicks to Scott. Back to Johnson. Over Collison. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 10 points. Again, thanks to that one from Johnson.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and he's gotten to his spots and capitalized. He just needs a little more help from his teammates.
Redick with the bucket.
This isn't surprising. Redick's range extends out way beyond the perimeter. I mean, he's this dialed in.
Johnson outside. Knocked loose. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. Crawford, no luck. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Los Angeles Lakers, trailing by 13. Pass to Rambis. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed. Johnson's got his 6th assist on the night. Clippers leading by 11. Outside Griffin. Crawford, no one around him. Again, the Clippers.
He had to battle through some tough shooting problems in the first half. I mean, give him credit. It's been much easier for him in the second.
Scott dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. On the wing, Johnson. Over Barnes. Again, the Lakers.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
At the elbow, Griffin. Dishes it to Redick. It doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Collison. Here's Barnes. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And Barnes uses his length well there on the glass. A tough, hard-nosed defender who isn't afraid to get physical.
And the Lakers making a change here. Green's checked in, and the Clippers with a change here too. Paul's checked in. And here is Los Angeles now. It's a 14-point game. Johnson, the pass to Worthy. Worthy drawing the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's the Lakers with it. With the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Redick passes to Paul. Buries the long-range jumper. Paul's got 20.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
On the wing, Scott. Back to Johnson. A beautiful reverse layup. He's got 23.
That's just more for Magic. And for all of his unselfish ways, if he wanted to, this guy could probably score like this on a nightly basis.
Paul passes to Griffin. That one off the back iron and out.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
Johnson with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Teardrop shot. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Johnson.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Paul passes to Redick. Down low. That's good from Barnes on the assist from Redick. Redick's got 5 assists in the game.
Great teammate. You can tell Redick has no issues giving up the ball to his guys.
Johnson kicks to Green. Pass to Scott. 6 on the shot clock. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. From deep three-point range, they get it again. The shot's good from Abdul-Jabbar.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Ball against Johnson. Here's the floater.
And beyond the obvious physical skills, Kareem just has a great understanding for the game. Times his move perfectly to get that shot.
Inside. Here's Green. The second effort, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Barnes has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Redick dishes to Paul over Johnson. Johnson with the defensive effort. Lakers trail by 11. Lobbed up there for Green. And the lead is down inside single digits. Johnson's got 10 points here in the second half. And the Clippers call time here.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes, a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, DeAndre Jordan.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Some players rise to the occasion in the playoff spotlight, and some wilt under it. We know which type he is. What a stunning night for him. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Free throw no good for Johnson.
And they continue to control the glass.
Ball passes to Barnes. And here is Jordan. Feeds to Griffin. Shoots over Worthy. Barnes trying to free himself up. Barnes against Worthy. And there's the pass to Johnson. It's hauled in by the Clippers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. On the wing, Barnes, headed by Green. Left side, Scott releases. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Redick dishes to Paul. Here's Jordan. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Jordan's got 24.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead. Oh, the officials are all over that one.
That's good from Johnson. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game. Outside, Scott. Back to Johnson. The three. Rebound by the Clippers. Griffin passes to Reddick. Here's Jordan. The kick out to Barnes. Up top, Griffin. Clock at 6. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Worthy. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got his 8th assist in the game. Clippers leading by 6. Now here's Paul. Outside Jordan. Pass to Reddick. Fires for 3. The Clippers keep it alive.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard. Gets them another possession and allows them to run even more clock.
Outside Scott. On the high post. Jordan with the rebound.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Byron Scott.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
A shot by Paul, nobody around. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
Johnson, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And Johnson now top of the key. Shoots a fader and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
And the Clippers making a change here. Crawford's checked in. Paul with the ball. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Kicks it out to Crawford. Oh, Griffin in position.
Oh, wow. Capable of scoring in many different ways. As soon as Griffin catches fire, he's hard to put out.
Lakers trail by 12. Here's Scott. And the shot goes down. Scott's got 8 points in the quarter.
And it's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. He just tore the D to shreds.
Crawford outside. Pass to Griffin. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Green. Johnson attacking. Can't connect from short range. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. There's 38 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Worthy with the defensive effort.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy layup.
Good.
He's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself, though.
Paul against Johnson. Crawford passes to Jordan. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. And the Clippers miss again. Lets it go with a 3. Scott can't get it to go. So the Clippers with the win. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win Game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.